for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That's quickly out wide to Davis. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 46. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Allen's throw complete to Shakir. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Now Allen off the bootleg. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Allen now on 1st down. Finding Shakir across the formation. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Three, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there. But they do convert on 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act.
He's got a man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And how about how he improvised right there, because he got flushed out in the pocket, locked eyes with his wide receiver, who knew to just keep running. And he was able to lay that one out there for him to run under.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen. This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 16. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. As a nice run there, gets him down to the 6-yard line. A chance for a 1st touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From the 6.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Swings this out for Hunt. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Going deep for Diggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A final shot before half for Allen. That's to his running back, complete. And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. 50 yards rushing forward to the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. Taken in at the 11. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the...
Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Khalil Shakir. 34 yards. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. A solid stiff arm. A huge play there for Denver. 61 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. On second and goal, Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and they're able to add on to their advantage. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. To throw, it's Allen. He'll get this one complete to Davis. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Now Allen again. Has his man, it's Shakir. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs from 19 yards away. And the Bills are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side.
He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40. it's all said and done. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 66 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's Allen.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
That's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game unfold? Both offenses are a little bit discouraged with how their drives ended. How will each respond now and can either mount another positive series that ends in points for their team? That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, it's a run for... Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The kick by McManus is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Allen to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Williams running left. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by McManus is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process.
He's got a man. Complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Partner, that'll do it. These week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Broncos, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.